what it is. Let the past be the past. Just know Bam gonna be good and turn up on their ass. It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Hey, check this out, man. Right off the rip, Miss what's her name? What is your name? Oh shit. Tony Brienne Brienne TV. I know you probably got some hate comments off like with this video. Baby mama culture will never stop. Are we not tired? I already know the comments probably went in on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to hear what you're saying. Cause I be trying to find different videos to react to, things of that nature. And I do think the baby mama, co-parenting situation is rising at all-time high now. You know what I mean? But I do have my opinion on it, which is why we're even going to react to this video. But let's skim through you know what? Yeah, let's skim a little bit. All right, we ain't finna read too much. But anyways, let's get straight into this video, though. See what she's talking about.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony Brienne, and in today's video, we'll be discussing baby mama culture and why it seems to never be ending. Now, I'm sure y'all knew I was going to come out with this video topic sooner rather than later because it seems as if the girlies are having a who can get pregnant the quickest before getting married competition.
Damn, she coming in.
The it girls of our era are getting taken out the game one by one. Let me scoot up to y'all so y'all can hear me a little bit better because we have a lot to discuss. But first, let's just enjoy what December content is going to be looking like. We have the Christmas tree. I wanted to show y'all my new Christmas tree. I got the Christmas sweater on, and it is my birthday month, okay? I'm a Christmas baby. Capricorn season. So this is how our setup will be for the remainder.
Hey, how old are you? Not as playing.
Of December, the best month of the year. Now, before we get into the craziness of today's topic, let's start off with a little bit of positivity because, child, we are going to need it. Today's quote of the day is, I achieve great results in everything that I do. Today's verse of the day is John chapter 6, verse 35, and it reads, Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. And without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video.
Tony, I'm assuming your name is Tony. Tony don't sound like, no disrespect, Tony don't sound like, my real name is, y'all know my real name. My real name is Dubem. Bam is the N letters. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a full name. My full name is Chuku Dubem Kennedy Boardman. You know what I'm saying? Bam is just something my basketball coach started calling me because the rebounds. It's a long story. You got to go look at other videos where I talk about it. But BamTime is my name, Tony. No disrespect to your name, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like your energy. I kind of like how you look good. You know what I'm saying? You present yourself well. You talking good. You know what I'm saying? You. I'm not super like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I read the Bible a lot. I probably read it way more when I was younger due to Bible class, but I'm a man of faith. I'm a child of God. You know, I pray every day. I kind of, I'm not even on no YouTube shit because I don't even really like girls I talk to be on YouTube, to be for real. But looking like the type of content you do may be a little different. But we gonna hear you out though, because I may subscribe just because it's not even your looks and nothing like that. Like you a decent looking girl, but it's I could just tell. I'm going to scan. I didn't look through your whole channel. I'm going to scan through your channel and be like, okay, she out here putting some real content out. You know what I'm saying? She putting some good content out. She putting her little emphasis on it. She ain't doing none of that sex appeal shit to get views and shit like that. She doing her thing. Let's see what she talking about, though. Tony Brienne TV. Like, comment, and subscribe. I probably will like the video. I got a rule. I always gotta watch
bigger and bigger
at least 2 videos before I subscribe.
Within the 21st century. From shows like Maury, Paternity Court, to the movie Baby Mama, to songs literally titled Baby Mama, we're seeing this phrase thrown around everywhere. And with this, it is now becoming more normalized to be a baby mama. And quite frankly, it is quite frightening that this is becoming...
Listen, I'm not gonna be pausing too much because we got a long way to go, but it's to the point where when I tell someone, I gotta, I seen somebody and they was all like, you ain't got no kids? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't got it yet. I'm trying to get myself right. You know what I'm saying? Financially, mentally, all that, And then, I got to get the right girl. You know what I'm saying? We got to lock it in. We got to work together and shit like that. Lock it in, get, be in a committed relationship, even married, whatever, And he's like, oh, you one of them? I said, yeah. And I'm like, why everybody keep telling me that when I say, like, why everybody, because I understand certain shit, why everybody keep on, like, when you tell somebody that you trying to lock it in, be in a committed relationship or a marriage, either or, before you have a kid, people look at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? They look at you like, oh, you one of them? Like, I thought that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm not like super traditional in everything on earth, but something like that, I'm not about to sit here, you know what I'm saying? Like deliberately, I just don't do that. It's just not who I am. But it's so unnormal. It's so crazy to see someone say that people are like, wow, that's like, you one of them? They'll tell you, they'll say that to you when you tell them, yeah, I want to lock it in, be in a committed relationship, be married first, yada, yada, yada. They'll look at you like, damn, you one of them? You know what I'm saying? That's how much it's not happening.
And normalization. Now, before we delve deeper into this topic, I am not sitting here judging anyone that is a baby mama, okay? Please do not go into the comments, getting into your feelings. It's just a topic.
Trust me, they coming.
That I felt that needed to be discussed. And it's a trending topic that we've seen in recent news with ladies like Sky Jackson getting pregnant by someone that people would label as a Pookie or Ray Ray. And we'll get into that a little bit later.
What is that?
Too. But please do not take any offense to this topic. This is just to inform and educate, as all my content is.
The fact that you have to always give these disclosures out before talking about a certain topic is crazy to me, bro.
Let's define what exactly is a baby mama. A baby mama is identified as a single parent, particularly a woman who is a mother who does not have a partner or spouse. And unfortunately, stereotypically, this phrase is geared mostly towards Black women. Why is that, you might ask? Well, let's get into the history of baby mama culture. I wish I had some glasses to push up or put on so I can get into my historian and philosophical bag. But y'all gonna take me for how I am right now. As does apparently everything, baby mama culture stems from slavery. During slavery in primarily the Americas, the family structure among the enslaved was constantly disrupted. Enslaved people were denied the right to legally marry, children were constantly ripped away from their mothers and their fathers, and children and parents were sold at any point and at any time. This was just the beginning of forced broken families within the Black community. And unfortunately, the impact is still clearly felt today.
I didn't know that.
Decisions that Black women and Black men are making every single day. Now, post-slavery, believe it or not, African-American families were a lot more stable than they are even today. Up until about 1960, 70% of African-American children lived in two-parent households. However, this number dropped significantly in less than 40 years. By the mid-1990s, there were only about 33% two-parent households in the Black community. At the same time, single mother households rose from just 20% in 1960 to over 50% by the 1980s and the 1990s, which is absolutely astounding. Now, where does the decline of two-parent households come from? Y'all will be shocked by who caused the demise of the two-parent household in the Black community. Honestly, quite frankly, I don't know if you guys will exactly be shocked. I think it's kind of obvious who can be put to blame as to why the two-parent household structure went down so significantly in less than a century. Now, the decline of two-parent households in the Black community stems from numerous factors, but the most prevalent would have to be the crack epidemic. Now, I'm sure if you guys saw the Netflix documentary 13th. If you didn't, I highly recommend it. You guys probably already heard a little bit about what the crack epidemic did and what President Nixon did to the Black community. In the post-slavery era, systemic racism and economic disenfranchisement made it difficult for many Black families to be able to establish traditional family roles that were working for...
I feel like I'm in history class right now. She putting all these slides in. I feel like I'm in goddamn school right now. All right, hold on. We gonna keep it going.
Basically, daddy goes to work, he makes a great living, they have the white picket fence, the two kids, the dog, they're happy, and the mother's at home taking care of the children and taking care of the household. That wasn't something that Black people were as quickly able to do due to slavery and being pushed hundreds of years back compared to white people. Black people struggled to find good paying jobs because a lot of the workforce would not allow Black people to work at their facilities and say that.
And that's probably why Black people feel away like they're not, even though it's this white person that you're with wasn't that those white people back then, they obviously don't, they probably don't agree with it. There's been change since slavery. This white person right now, this white girl right now probably don't care for what them white people back then care for, the people who mistreated blacks and all that. This white girl right now probably she's not that white girl from back then. You know what I'm saying? She cool. So that's probably why they look at you like, how come, like, you know, we could be together because I'm not that white girl from back then. But then I also see why black people be like, why would you go be with someone who once had your people enslaved? It doesn't matter if this girl was the one that did it. It's just the fact that the money that you make is at the end of the day going to go into the family y'all create, and which is partially going to be a white family now. So I can kind of see why some black people are not really with that, like Dr. Umar and shit like that.
They did have a job. The pay was absolute crap. So this is what led us to the crack epidemic of the 1980s and the 1990s. The crack epidemic of the 1980s and 1990s had a long and profoundly devastating effect on black communities, and particularly to single motherhood. Here's how these two are connected. So if you guys do not know what crack cocaine is a hard drug that people use in order to feel a high. Now, crack is absolutely illegal, so don't go smoking crack, and it also causes people to literally lose their minds and can lead to your ultimate demise. So I do not recommend it. But this is what a lot of black people had to do in order to survive in this country, because our government was not allowing black people to have that American dream, unfortunately. So crack hit the streets, and it was in demand, especially in impoverished communities. Its low price made it very accessible, but its addictive nature led to a widespread dependency in those communities. And a lot of people were using crack cocaine or using any form of drug because they were just trying to make it. Unfortunately, when people feel like they can't make it in this life, they are likely to begin to take other routes in order to aid that pain that they are feeling. So a lot of black people, particularly, and it wasn't just black, let's be clear, decided to start using and decided to even start selling in order to take care of their families and to be able to make a living, because they were not able to find a stable and good job. Due to this devastating epidemic and the growing addiction to crack cocaine, and the president at the time, President Richard Nixon, declaring drug abuse as public enemy number one, he created the concept of war on drugs, which meant making drug usage a criminal offense, instead of providing treatment for those that were using drugs. While intended, and I say that lightly, to reduce drug usage, the war on drugs instead led to broken families, economic hardship, and years of lasting trauma to marginalized groups and communities. The goal of this campaign was to reduce drug usage and the trafficking of drugs through strict law enforcement and harsher sentences. This campaign disproportionately targeted Black and Latino people, especially those involved with crack cocaine, which led to the mass incarceration of predominantly men in those communities. So how exactly?
So this is why you see, like, it stems back from people. Is this how like gangs and shit was formed? Like certain gangs in certain cities. Is this how all that shit came about? Because it's like, all right, we can't get a job because these people don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? We can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You had Martin Luther King who was doing his thing. I think when did Martin Luther King die again? It wasn't. What year was it? He was born, I think, in 1939, and then died. He was only 40 years old, right? If I'm not mistaken, or did he die in? When was he born? I know 1939 is either the day he was born or the day he died. It's one of those. I know not. I forget. I know y'all gonna be in the comments saying stupid shit, but I forget. It's 1939 is a date of when he's born or when he died. I think it's when he's born, because he wasn't born in the 1800s. I don't think. So he died when he was 40, right? Or before he hit 40. When the blacks couldn't get a job and things like that, is that what led to, you know, people forming groups, selling drugs and shit like that? And then they started, you know, that's when the beef started happening. I don't know. This is all speculation. I'm just trying to figure, because it shows that shit stemmed from something else. Probably gangs and shit probably wasn't even about beefing with this side or that side at first. It was all just selling drugs, trying to get by because they couldn't get jobs. I don't know.
Exactly were Black people, particularly Black men, targeted in the war on drugs. Let's talk about the 100-to-1 sentencing disparity. The 100-to-1
this should turn into a history lesson, bro.
That a small amount of crack cocaine received the same prison time as a much larger amount of powder cocaine under the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986. Basically, getting caught with 5 grams of crack carried the same exact 5-year prison sentence as someone caught with 500 grams of cocaine. Why is this significant? Given that crack was cheaper and used more commonly in low-income communities, it was more common for black individuals to use crack cocaine versus white people who would use pure cocaine, particularly wealthy white individuals. So this law, meant to reduce the uses of drugs, ended up disproportionately targeting black people. And once again, this fueled mass incarceration, broke apart in families, and made it nearly impossible for convicted individuals to rebuild their lives. So how does this exactly connect to single motherhood?
Yeah.
At this time, there was a shrinking pool of eligible black men. This was due to many black men being incarcerated for either using drugs or selling them. For those that did their time and were now out of prison, they couldn't get a job because they now had criminal records. Many black men were deceased due to gun violence because they were drug dealers or lost their
So
lives.
that's what I'm saying. Because they were drug dealers. Is that what led to the gun violence, to the gang, to the gang banging and things like that? Because probably they formed just trying to sell drugs, and then maybe when something happened, this person didn't pay or whatever. Then shots were fired. Now this side is beefing with this side, and then it's hereditary. It's going on and going on and going on. This person's cousin killed that person's nephew, and they got nothing to do with it. But since your cousin killed my, you know what I'm saying, and that's how. Okay.
Due to continuous drug usage. This led to many black women becoming the primary caregivers in the household, often raising their children alone. Keep on following me, y'all, because you guys are literally hearing how trauma and continuous cycles affect the black community. The same cycles that we continue to judge black women that are alive today for falling susceptible to. So with many black women having to raise their children alone, they were unable to both work and take care of their children. Once again, raising a child is a two-parent job. Let's be clear on that one. This led them to turn to welfare services and policies. And these welfare services and policies allowed them to be able to receive aid to care for their children. Now, this sounds great and dandy, right? Oh my God, the government actually wants to help people after they ruin so many black families and communities. Well, prepare to be disappointed. These welfare policies, especially in the 1980s and the 1990s, played a crucial role in shaping single motherhood in black communities. Programs like Aid for Families with Dependent Children, or AFDC, provided financial assistance to single low-income mothers. But they often came with very strict and unreasonable rules in order for these women, these mothers, to receive aid. These strict rules enforced economic dependence and discouraged marriage or cohabitation, aka two-parent households. For instance, many states would deny welfare benefits if they suspected that a mother was living with a man. So if you are a single mother and you had a boyfriend that you moved in with, or you had a husband, you would be cut off from any financial aid. This led some families to cohabit without marriage, because once you got married, you were completely cut off. They weren't giving you any aid if you had a husband. So these women would be in these long-term relationships, hiding the boyfriend whenever the welfare lady would come into the house. So these black women would become forever girlfriends in order to continue receiving the aid that they were already receiving. Because once they signed those marriage papers, they were not getting any aid. And
that's the same shit with child support. Once you remarry or whatever, or you marry someone who's not your kid's father, you can't get no more child support.
You guys, it's not like the black man was making a whole bunch more money, especially if they were already in marginalized black communities. And then you had some women that would just flat out not date at all. Once their husband or children's father was locked up in prison or deceased, they just would not date at all in order to make sure that their children were receiving the aid that they so desperately needed. And this is what led to a lot of people in the black community, which we can even see today. I'm sure you guys know at least one friend that had this exact circumstance that I'm about to talk about. So with nearly 70% of black families not having a male figure inside the household, a lot of these women depended on the matriarch of the family, aka the grandmother, or even the aunts, cousins. Just a lot of the black families were led by women. And this heavily shifted the caregiving responsibilities from men to women. And mind you, as we all know, the American dream was for the man to take care of the household in terms of providing food for the house, paying the bills, and the woman just had to maintain the home. But now black women were doing it all, even after their children were grown, because they become aunties and grandmas, and now they're taking on that responsibility because black men were incarcerated due to the systems that the government set up. This is one component that I think led to the whole "I don't need no man" rhetoric that so many black women go by. It's very interesting because black men get so angry at black women for having this mindset. But if you look at the history, we kind of were forced to have this mindset.
Listen, I agree with what you're saying, but I promise you what you just said, women who say that don't know that. They say that on some other shit. They say that inherited from their mom or whoever. They don't say that because they know the information that you just said. I promise you. They don't say that because of the information. They don't say that because they know the shit that you just said. I promise you. Tony, they don't say that because they know the shit that you just said. They say that for other reasons. Promise you.
That our great-grandmothers and grandmothers and mothers had to do this on their own due to the system set in place to keep us back. But even now, we see
That's probably why. That's why. Nah, see, that's why Dr. Umar be on their ass when he see black dude with a white girl. He be on their ass like, "What's up with you with?" You know. But people don't. Now I see why, because it's like the government was ran by them. The government put y'all back in the day. Y'all don't know that. Woo woo. And now y'all go be with them instead of being with the people, your own. I see now. You know, some people might say that's bullshit, whatever the case may be. You know, fuck them. But I see it now. Now I really because I used to really think Dr. Umar was tripping, because I agree with him, like I said in the previous video, I think 2 videos ago. Yeah. I said I agree with him, but I just think he's a little extreme with it. If you find love in this person who's not of your race, love is love. It is what it is. But now that I'm seeing this side of it, I can kind of see why he's on that time, you know?
Hear certain women speak on the fact that they don't need a man in order to raise a child, when that's not what even God intended for us. But I'm definitely not going to just talk down on this aspect of how black families function. I honestly find it commendable that black women were able to find that support within their families to raise their children. So while these extended family members did provide support for these mothers, studies show that there were and currently are connections to
where the hell did you find this picture
that continue to set the black community back. Lack of a father figure in the household led to connections to increased poverty, teenage pregnancies, and ongoing societal challenges, aka dating, going to school, finding a good job, so on and so forth. Now, I also wanted to be very clear that I do not believe the crack epidemic is an individual problem. It was not the single mothers or even the incarcerated fathers that led to generations of trauma. This was a consequence and result of systemic racism, economic inequality, lack of support, and policy failures. If the government took time to aid people with treatment versus incarcerating them for a problem that they had, which is being an addict, which is an illness, I think we'd be having a very different conversation today. But understanding the Black American history is absolutely crucial to addressing the ongoing problems that we are having today with the continued prevalence of baby mama culture. So now let's get into why baby mama culture is still relevant today. Well, we gotta be real. There has now been a glamorization of baby mama culture, and that is due to what we see in media. Though I do find the hood movies you would see on BET, and even like those like little hood stories, The Coldest Winter Ever, or like those little high school series books that people would read, I found them to be very entertaining. But they also did help to lead to the normalization of baby mama culture. Once again,
you talking about books and movies? That's kind of like what people say about music and shit. It influences how you act and shit like that. I kind of don't agree with that all the way. At least at my age now, I don't know, bro. Because sometimes it's just about a mood turned. Like, I can see why people say that, but it's just like, it's in every movie, bro. You can watch a love movie and there could be a killing in I don't know, man.
And I mentioned shows like Maury, Paternity Court, heck, even Jerry Springer, that would kind of make baby mama culture seem hip or trendy. But I don't think that it became desirable until the 2010s, because when we saw baby mama culture in the past, it was seen as ghetto. You would see poverty, you would see struggle, but then there was a glamorization of it when we started going on social media. And that was when there was a very clear boost of popularity of baby mamas, and not just popularizing them, but also showing being a baby mama does not mean that you're poor, being a baby mama does not mean that you're struggling, and being a baby mama does not mean that you are in the hood. And that was because of the rapper baby mama aesthetic. Influencers like Jada Cheese, Ella Bands, Ari Fletcher, India Royale. Influencers like Jada.
I've always said she looked better back in the day than she does. Like, I say this to all women, bro. Yo, who you are before all the surgeries and stuff like that is everything. Like, I promise you, you're enough. I promise you, you're enough.
Cheese, Ella Bands, Ari Fletcher, India Royale, and that's just to name a few. They push the trend of baby mama culture, whether they intended to or not. I'm not putting the blame on these women, but they definitely kind of altered the imagery of a baby mama. So these women were all well-known rapper girlfriends turned rapper baby mamas. So Jada Cheese was with Lil Baby, Ari Fletcher was with G Herbo, India Royale was with Lil Durk. I think she's still with Lil Durk, actually, though he's currently incarcerated. Once again, it's a system and a cycle repeating itself over and over again. It's so bad. And then Ella Bands was with A Boogie with the Hoodie, another rapper. So these women were very popular on social media. People were just really liking rapper baby mamas. I would say like in 2015, 2016, 2017, you would see whenever a rapper posted their girlfriend, she would get a really big boost in followers and popularity. And that was due to these...
I'm one of them ones who don't care about y'all saying I got famous for being a rapper baby mama. I did. And what about it? It's Miss Rapper Baby Mama to you. I mean, you to comment that about somebody just out the blue for no reason is some hating ass shit. But I think you did kind of care because you commented back on it. You know, I had to come to a realization that if I comment back on something, it is because I cared about what you said. If you come from my character, certain shit that you say that can destroy my character, especially if those certain things you're saying aren't true, and I comment back, it's because I cared. If you say something about me and I commented back, it's because I care. It's also the way you comment back. If you come back laughing faces, LOL, or some shit like that, like you trolling back, just having some good, that's more of an indication where you just having fun. But this statement, you did care, and it's okay that you cared. You know what I'm saying? It's okay that you cared. Because, not speaking on India, but other ones, I think, is some of them do it to themselves, because some of them act a certain way, and it's like, wait, hold on, don't try to shit on somebody else when you got what you got because you got with so and so. Again, not talking about India, just in general. There's believe it or not, there's females there's females who are dating celebrities, whatever the case may be, that aren't innocent, bro, that put a lot of shit on themselves.
Ladies documenting their relationship with their already popular and rich baby daddies. These young girls would see the lavish gifts that these rappers would buy their baby mamas. They would see the lifestyle that these rapper baby mamas were provided. Trips, wads of cash, bust down wigs, designer clothes, designer bags, sports cars. These girls were just showing and documenting all the stuff their boyfriends / baby daddies would get them. Mm-hmm. Then there was the romanticization of their toxic relationships.
You've been in, of course, a pretty public relationship. Now, I don't know what's going on now. The ladies want to know, so I gotta ask, what's the status? Is it single? Is it taken? Is complicated? Isn't it all of the above?
It's taken. It's just, we going through our ups and downs, but that's regular relationship stuff,
Yeah. I mean, you ain't going through nothing that ain't nobody else been through.
Ain't gonna be, how to act like everything perfect, but we here still,
Yeah, that's good.
All these couples I listed would each openly discuss the amount of infidelities that their rapper baby daddies were committing on them. But then they would go right back to their man after he bought them a very nice gift, and the girls would continue posting these men, and these girls were like, oh my god, like, it's so romantic. Like, the entire concept of I'd rather cry in a Bentley versus a Nissan Altima is insane, but that is heavily promoted.
You ain't gonna meet too many women that are gonna go down after they've been with someone who's making millions or $500,000, $250,000. You ain't gonna see too many, bro. You're not gonna see too many. It's what's the percentage of somebody going to the NBA? Less than 1%, right? it's probably 0.5% of women who will leave that and go to someone who's working a regular 9 to 5, bro. I'm just being real. After he cheated or something like that. And some of them are actually the problem. It's not just the man. But the ones that, for the men that are the problem, they know that that girl, what she just said, I'd rather cry in this than cry in that. I'd rather cry in this Bentley than cry in that 2016 Nissan. Very, very, very smart. Money controls. It's very, I'm going to tell you, it's very, 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 not even just ladies, it's very, very small percentage of people. Even people who aren't in no poverty ass situation. It's people who aren't even in that situation who let money control them. I'm just saying.
Due to rappers like Future saying things like that and making it seem as if money is more prioritized than your respect. And
it is, unfortunately. I don't believe it should be, but it is. Look at the stats. Look at what's happening.
Your womb. And just overall, these young girls would idolize the crap out of these women.
He cheated on you. Why you stay with that nigga? I think he cheated on you.
Huh? No, I didn't hear you for real. What you say?
I said it was a rumor that he cheated on you. I don't know if you confirmed it or not.
No, he
cheated.
So why did you stay with him? I think he cheated on you. What made you forgive him? I say that because everybody cheat. Let's be real.
Not true.
Cheat. You want to put it on the floor?
Not true.
Can I get an amen?
The men you choose cheat. I know some good dudes that cheated too. I ain't gonna lie to you. And when I found out the reason they cheated, I didn't agree with it, but I mean that. But not all men cheat. The men you choose cheat.
But no, I was off him though. Like on some real shit, I was straight on him. I wouldn't talk to him nothing. Like I cold turkey cut that off.
Ooh.
Almost.
As you should. Okay, no, for real. Why you took him back?
Because I feel like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave him and I'm gonna go be with somebody else, and he gonna cheat too.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully he don't, but he gonna cheat too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm gonna keep getting cheated on by the rest of the 30. So I might as well stay here and give him another chance.
This is my problem, bro. Like, this is the problem, bro. Like, I can't stress y'all enough how aggravated I get when I see y'all can't even see me. That's how black I am. I gotta stay in the light for y'all. But I can't stress y'all enough how mad I get when they talk like that, knowing that you, and I'm just being real. This is no disrespect. You feel me? I'm just being honest, bro. That's like me. That's like me constantly dating the same type of girl, then getting mad talking about some what the next girl gonna do, the next girl gonna do. My homie's gonna tell me, nigga, you stupid as hell. You keep going to the same type of girl. You keep looking for the same type of girl. What the fuck? Duh. The fuck? You went from G Herbo to Money Back. I'm not, and hey, let's be real. These niggas, bro. These niggas is rap, bro. In the trenches in the hood, G Herbo said you was his first girlfriend. He's probably fucking hoes before you. Duh. Like, it's no disrespect, Ari, you know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? G Herbo, Moneybag, yo. I'm just saying, though, like, what did you, like, I hate, because if you left Moneybag, yo, who was you gonna go to? Ari, who was you gonna go to? Who were you gonna go to? Let's be real. You ain't going down after that. You know that. It's a man who won't cheat on you, who you actually will find attractive. Who will actually who actually accept your son. I just remembered you and G Herbo have a son. Who will actually accept your son, your child. Even though G Herbo's in the kid's life, I see G Herbo's, it looks like, from what I'm seeing, an amazing dad. But it's the lifestyle. How are you willing to give that up? I'm just saying.
Let's see if he could figure it out.
And I'm almost certain these young girls that were idolizing these women probably didn't even have dads at home themselves. I mean, unfortunately, 67% of black children are born into single-parent households. And typically, when there is a single-parent household, it's the mother caring for the child. So a lot of these young ladies were looking at these women because they didn't exactly see a healthy relationship in their own lives. And maybe their mothers were struggling and couldn't take care of them because they were single mothers. So they're idolizing the fact that these girls are with these wealthy healthy men, and they're having their
G
way.
Herbo still with her?
The movement of the rapper Baby Mama.
I be keeping up with that. I just be seeing shit on Twitter. I don't even really be knowing. I be under a rock.
And we see it every day on social media. We constantly are seeing new baby mamas pop up everywhere.
I don't know who either one of these girls are.
These women for getting pregnant by these rappers or getting pregnant in general. These men are slinging everything but the word of God everywhere. The rappers and male celebrities in general are way worse than the women. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on that because I'm seeing this shit with bro. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on that because yeah, a lot of these men, they do it to themselves. Because I used to tell myself, well, I don't have his money, so I can't tell him how he should go about shit with the women, because a lot of women, it probably is some that was bagging, knocking, like getting women before they had money. Some athletes, some celebrities, you know what I'm saying, who always had a knack for talking to girls and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's a strong chance that girl's with them, not just for the money, but just for the money. So how can I tell him how he should move when it's hard for him to find a real one? So all he do is just knock hoes left and right. But some of y'all really do it to yourselves. The Jalen Green shit, I'm just being real. That wasn't smart, bro. That wasn't smart. I don't even like to speak on other people's situations, but it's just, no, bro. Y'all put everything out there and get mad when it, like, man, I don't know, bro. That shit is just, I ain't mad at, sometimes, like I said, I'm not mad at the women sometimes. I'm mad at the men.
The baby mamas are the ones getting dragged, when we need to start blaming the baby daddies too. Rappers like NBA YoungBoy, Future, Offset.
Whoa, hold on.
Start blaming the baby daddies too. Rappers.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to. It's not even just because this is my guy, my favorite artist. Did you watch You have to watch the whole. I hate, and that's another thing, and it's probably gonna happen to me too one day. They're gonna clip one thing I said, but not talk about the entire thing. NBA YoungBoy says he's not really big on father, despite having 11 children. He said, "I'm not big on it, really, to be honest." Then he said, "It's a sketchy topic because I don't hold nothing back." Then he started talking about we bond a lot. You know, I'm just 4 walls in all the time. It's a lot of shit he said in that interview about that, but they took that small part, and I'm pretty sure she probably didn't even watch the whole thing. That's one thing I hate about social media, period. Nobody goes and tries to get the full fucking transcript. We go off one thing that went viral. We don't want to talk about everything. Like that Ari clip just now. That wasn't my first time seeing that clip. I saw the clip. I saw what they were talking about after that too on Twitter. There was like a 2-minute clip of them talking about that on Twitter. It's just been so long since I seen it. I remember I got upset when I first watched it then. Now I got upset now. This shit, you wrong for putting this in this video because you don't know everything that was said in this video. You took that one part that was said. And that's the fucked up part about this video shit.
Like NBA YoungBoy, Future, Offset, and P. Diddy are known for having several baby mothers. I
agree with that though. Having all them baby mamas is not it. Like YoungBoy, it's not it. I'm just talking about, and I ain't gonna be biased as hell. Like I said, YoungBoy, that's my guy. You know, certain shit he do, I'm not with. I'll tell you that right now. But musically, bruh, and I actually want to have a conversation with him, just to see, because I feel like, I know this off topic, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's my channel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these rappers, not even feel like, I think, but I believe these rappers do need to sometimes talk to people who don't come from what they come from. Because it looks like when y'all talk to people who come from what you come from, y'all just end up back in jail. I actually would like to have a conversation with dude. But him having all the baby mamas, no. Future having all the baby mamas, no. All these rappers having all the baby mamas, no. I agree with you. These men need to be held accountable for that. That shit ain't it. I ain't with that.
NBA YoungBoy has like 10 or 11 baby mothers today. Let's look that up actually before I get sued. At just the ripe age of 25, NBA YoungBoy allegedly has 9 baby mothers. Is that not preposterous?
It is.
And we just turn our head and like, oh God, look at him, he got another girl pregnant. But then we drag the baby mamas that are continuously getting pregnant by him versus dragging him who...
That's what I'm saying. I think you're under a rock with that, because I've seen multiple pages going at his head. I think you may just not be in tune with it, but he has most definitely been, not even just him, but he has most definitely been dragged for it. I ain't really seen like Janine and them get dragged for, oh, why would you let young, I ain't never really saw that with her. I've seen her get dragged for some other shit that I ain't gonna say, but I ain't never seen her get dragged for being one of his baby mamas. Or I think you got, Tanya, hey, you gotta do your homework a little bit, because you saying some shit you ain't really, you don't really know.
Who needs to clearly get neutered. Now, I'm not gonna let the ladies get away with it too much, because, child, when do y'all draw the line at being baby mama number something, okay? I don't understand why we're continuously getting pregnant by men that are not marrying the women that they are impregnating, especially when...
M-O-N-E-Y.
Carrying a child is so dangerous. But we'll get into that a little bit later. And we can't forget our actors. Eddie Murphy, Nick Cannon. He half at least.
Nick Cannon too. I ain't gonna be biased to the men. Like I said, young boy, I don't know if it's 9 or whatever, how many it is, 9 baby mamas. Nick Cannon, all them baby mamas. All the men with all these baby mamas. I ain't with that.
Spreads his semen, and all the women know that he does, and they're okay with it too. It's just the continuous normalization of broken households that is absolutely disgusting me. And how do you want to just say the normalization?
I'm gonna say this too. I know I'm pausing it a lot, but it's my fucking channel. I'm gonna keep pausing it. Understand this though. Just because I learned this too, and I'm speaking from experience. Parents staying together or being, well, obviously there's a what if and everything, because I used to say this to myself. If it's just one kid, I don't look at people different for, especially if they was married, to just separate if things weren't working out, if things just kept being bad. I don't look at them bad for that. Because you think, oh, I'm keeping the family together. Nah, y'all really breaking your family, because you keep trying to keep this thing together, quote unquote. Your kids eventually start seeing certain things. You're exposing your kids to certain things. Then a lot of parents don't realize that they put their kids in the middle. They force their kids to pick sides by how they act. And I'm speaking from experience, but that's just, that small percentage. We ain't gonna, but yeah. I just have to throw that in there.
Households. I want to say the intentionality of creating broken households. Because if you're hooking up with someone unprotectedly and you guys know you guys aren't together, but then you guys conceive a child and you decide to keep that child knowing you're not together, that's purposely creating a broken household. And y'all are not about to say that I am minimizing baby mamas by saying that. But once again, we'll get into that a little bit later. So while we're dragging the baby mamas, we need to drag the baby daddies too. And that's to summarize that point, because these men are having so many children. I don't want to say they're breeding so many children like they're dogs. Well, they're not far off, I guess. And in terms of the rapper baby mama aesthetic, some women are entirely skipping the concept of being a girlfriend, let alone a marriage, in order to achieve the star spot of being a rapper baby mama. Because from what they've seen from the Ari Fletchers and the Jada Waitas, or Jada Cheese, whatever you want to call her, they see the lavish lifestyle and clout you can get from being attached to one of these rappers, not thinking of their child that they're potentially leading to a very traumatic lifestyle due to just having this stigmatized label. We constantly see skits of people talking about their baby mama and baby daddy, and
I gotta agree with her on this too. I don't like seeing shit like this. I hate when people refer, like, chilling, me and baby moms chilling. What the fuck, is that your girlfriend? If it's your girlfriend, call her your girlfriend. Why are you calling her your baby mama? Why are you calling him your baby daddy? You know what I'm saying? But people say, well, what works for us works for us. What works for y'all works for y'all. Stop telling us how we're supposed to go about our shit. All right, cool. So you just be quiet. Let them do what they do, right? And the cycle keeps on continuing. Sometimes you have... man.
And we have people like Sexy Red creating songs highlighting being a baby mama, or creating... lyrics saying that. In her song, what's it called? Babe, I love you, you my everything. That song, I'm forgetting the name of the song. She literally says in the lyric, I'm your main B, F a wedding ring. Like, right away, that just promotes the entire concept of that I'm going to be your ride or die without even getting a marriage. And the crazy part is...
So, again, with the music shit, be smart enough to listen to something just for if it gets you turned, if it puts you, because music is a mood thing. But at the same, but also, yes, this is their Tony. This is their argument. The argument saying is, I reacted to her talking about how men will cheat. All men cheat. So what's the point in getting married? Woo. Their concept is that a man or y'all can still break up even if you get married. So why do y'all highlight getting married? It's the stupid. Y'all can still, or what if this happens? There's somebody out here whose mother stole from them. There's somebody watching this right now who has a mom that they don't fuck with, who has a dad that they don't fuck with. There's a possibility to everything in life, bro. There's someone out here there's plenty of people out who have degrees, PhD degrees, master's degrees, and still struggling to find a job, while that person who probably has their AA, which is still a decent accomplishment, got the job because of who they knew. Their argument is this could still happen even if you're married. This could still happen, yada yada yada. Bro, it's possibilities to everything on earth. I just hate that. That's their minds. That's literally their mindset, that there's a possibility to everything on earth. I mean that's their mindset, that he can still cheat. This could still happen. This could still happen. So what's the point in getting married? And my rebuttal to that is there's a possibility to everything on earth.
Is even the black girls that we look up to that are celebrities or have a platform that you would never suspect would end up in this same situation where we're saying that they're baby mamas, they have even caught the pregnancy bug. We have people like Keke Palmer, Sky Jackson, Naomi Osaka, Halle Bailey, falling pregnant by men that will not put a ring on their finger. I think what disappointed so many people about these women in particular is that they were considered role models to...
Let's be honest. The Haley and DDG shit, bro, they still date, bro. I saw some shit on Twitter where he said he not dating nobody if it's not Haley. That shit wouldn't be good, bro. They just not... I don't know what they did, if it was a publicity stunt or whatever it is. I don't know, I don't know. But it wouldn't be good anyway, bro, because imagine... It's not going to be good, because I can just tell. Let's say if they really did break up and she moved on a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, it just wouldn't be, because something tells me if you a person who says you ain't getting a relationship unless if it's with this person and she moves on, I could just tell how that shit gonna go from him being the child's dad, how that's gonna work out with the new man. That's not something no man wants to be, or a woman would want to put themselves in.
A lot of young girls. And I'm not saying that they came into this world to be a role model. Well, maybe Halle, because she was a Disney princess. But I think it just upsets people that we're continuing to see the normalization of black women getting pregnant without a ring. And even the ones that you at least expect, that we expected to promote things like getting that ring before you get pregnant, they're even falling susceptible to this same thing.
Y'all normalize this baby mama culture a little too much. I saw this girl post on Twitter, I might have my baby when I was 16, but at least I'll be outside by 30. Baby, I don't want to be in no clubs at 30.
I hate when these, this is their logic. This is their logic. This is the stupid, this is their logic. They'll say, while y'all are having y'all first kids, I'll be traveling the world. Y'all gonna be old as hell having your first kid. Nigga, we live in a world where they think 30 years old is old. 28 is old. 32 is old now. 33 is old now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's going to be complications if you have a kid at 38 and stuff like that. But I'm talking about 34 and younger. That's their logic. Y'all rather will have these weird ass relationships coming up and crazy ass, toxic ass situations, having a kid super young just to be like, well, at least I don't have to do this when I'm older. My kid gonna be 18 while I'm barely 40. I'm not even 40 yet. And my kid gonna be 18. He gonna be doing what he's doing, and I get to do this and do that. That's their mindset. Have a kid early so you can just. That's their mindset, bro. This shit is so stupid.
I want to be young and turning now in my 20s. I don't want to be carrying a carriage in the airport. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Every time I see a baby board my flight, I get tight. Cause I know for a fact, once that airplane go up and their ears pop, we gonna hear a whole lot of screaming. And them baby screams are not the one you can mute out with some Beat Studios. You gonna hear it right through that shit. Like, don't y'all want a ring? Don't y'all want, like, some type of commitment? Like,
title talking about it's okay if he doesn't want the kid, I want the kid. At your ripe age of 20, 21, 22, 23, and y'all be picking the brokest baby daddies. Why your baby daddy work at Foot Locker? He not even the manager. Your baby daddy makes $15 an hour. What be frying me is y'all don't even be waiting until y'all be stable to have kids. Y'all go right back to your mama house in your bedroom where you grew up in and make a little carrier right next to your bedside. You don't see a problem with that? Now you and your baby sharing the room you grew up in. I'm literally a nanny. Every day when I come into work, it literally reminds me why I'm so blessed that I don't have to come home to a coochie goblin. They cure my baby fever right up because having kids ain't easy. And then y'all don't only have one, y'all have two. I'm just saying, how y'all having gender reveal parties before y'all having housewarmings? But
I mean, I'm just, I mean, I'm just, she said everything. I don't even think do I even got to say anything to that? God damn. Hey, whew.
don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger.
In terms of me mentioning
I'm just the reactor.
in Ray Ray from earlier, when I was speaking on Sky Jackson getting pregnant, that's what is most concerning, is that these black women are getting pregnant by people that we also consider to be lower than them. The only person I'm going to excuse from this conversation would definitely have to be Halle Bailey. People come for DDG like nobody's business. I have like my thoughts and opinions on him, but overall this man is not a brokey, a dusty. He's heavily and highly educated. He works his ASS off in order to be where he is today, and he grinds all the time. It may not be ideal to what y'all consider clocking in for a 9 to 5, but being on stream all day and making content all day, that's a job in itself. Like, I don't even do that. And he makes millions from that, okay? So I'm not gonna call him a bum, but I will hold him accountable for not marrying a woman that you decided to get pregnant, but you want a second child with her, which he's openly said.
Yeah, that's goofy shit. What he's
The kid very, very soon.
That's goofy shit. But you hold him accountable, hold her also accountable for allowing that.
Want Halo to be 10 and his little brother is 1. You feel like that?
That's again, he's a little older than me, I think, but that's people 27 and under. That's their mindset. That's their mindset. I don't want my mom to be a grandma when she's 65. I don't want my mom to be or my dad to be a grandma when he's 70. I'm a grandpa when he's 70. I don't want my first son to be 11 or whatever he said 10 while his brother or sister is 1. That's their mindset. That's why we do everything fast. He got money, so it's a little different with him, I guess, in terms of the financial aspect. But announcing that just for anybody, announcing that you have a breakup with this girl and you already saying you want to have another kid before all the other shit it's wild, bro. I mean, we're seeing what marriage does, though. We seeing what it does. People are just getting more woke on like the contract and all this other shit that they're not really messing with. So then maybe that's why they're doing this. I don't know, man.
That defeats the entire purpose of having another kid. Like, me and my brother hella close because we're not that far in age. Maybe like in the next 2-3 years or so. If I don't have another.
But that's no. If me personally, if my brother was 9 years older than me, hopefully he's experienced more. 9 times out of 10, he's experienced more. When you have an older brother, he's able to walk you through the ropes. You able to advance faster with that. Your younger one is going to be able to advance faster. We want to rush everything.
The kid within the next 4 years, I'm cool with just having Halo. One thing that I do not want to do is have baby mamas. If I was to have another kid, it definitely would be with the same person. Like, I don't want to have kids with multiple people.
That's another one, too. They'll keep having kids with someone that's not working just for the simple fact they don't want to have baby mamas, baby daddies. Which I could get that, but if y'all not gonna be in no relationship, what the fuck is the point? Y'all thinking about yourselves.
When the dad has another kid with another woman, the kid's not as close as the mother having another kid with another man. You get what I'm saying? Because moms is like always, like everybody's gonna be a mama's boy. I know Halo gonna be a mama's boy. I'm a mama's boy to this day. Like me and my brother obviously have different dads. He's dark skinned, I'm brown skinned, like it's obvious. But we got the same mom. So us having the same mom, we grew up in the same household 24/7. His dad is a deadbeat. My dad isn't. So my dad kind of raised my brother and my other brother that passed away. So it made all of us family.
The issue is that these women are with these men that do not consider them valuable enough to put a ring on their finger, but they find them valuable enough to go ahead and get them pregnant. We don't ever talk about the risk of pregnancy and how dangerous being pregnant is in general. There are a multitude of complications that can happen during pregnancy, during childbirth, and after birth. There's obviously physical complications, but there's also mental illness that can happen. Some women go into psychosis after having a child, postpartum depression, they have hemorrhoids, blood clots, emergency C-sections, losing too much blood. There are so many different things that can go wrong when having a child. And the fact that these women that we deem to be considered such high-class women are getting pregnant by men that don't find the value in them, that is what is so upsetting. I mean, like...
Wait, hold on. But I don't know about this one. But I don't want to say that they don't find the value in them, though. I think that's a little, you know...
Look at Sky Jackson's baby daddy. Sky Jackson went from being in Band-Aid commercials, being a star on a hit Disney Channel show, Jessie, to being basically almost a household name, to dealing with a man that takes pictures in a gas station and openly disrespects her. A man by the name of Yerky Yerky, when you're Zuri from Jessie. Girl.
What did you listen to?
Man, OTF, Exotic Boy Bud, y'all know what the fuck going on.
Stop with him.
Yeah. Oh my God, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. The tea is piping hot. He had a to that on fire. She going, and I'm seeing that this pop picture of him is something that he literally has all these kids.
I try not to talk bad about people, y'all, but it seems like he's like a struggling actor versus her. She's more of an accomplished woman. People are looking at it as if these women are providing charity work to these men. And I think it goes back to the concept of the independent black woman. And black women are strong. We constantly push this rhetoric, y'all. I'm so tired of black women being seen as strong, but we openly allow that to happen. We think, I'm successful, I don't need no man, so I'm just gonna get with anybody because I don't want to deal with a man that is too egotistical or is threatened by my successes. But unfortunately, typically the men that have less money are more threatened, and we've seen that with Keke Palmer. When her man went on Twitter when she was dancing with Usher, which I do think is a little inappropriate that she did that, but regardless, you correct your girl in private, he decided to go on the internet and expose her by saying, like, you're a mom though, so why are you out there dancing on another man? Or Sky Jackson's man for making a Facebook post allegedly saying he's mad he got this dumb Disney bee pregnant. That dumb Disney bee had a whole lot of more accomplishments than him, I'm sure. But a lot of times these men are threatened by that, so they act out.
You saved yourself. I'm glad you added that shit in there. I think what it is with some is when y'all seen the Players Club movie, right? But what was the famous line? She said, make that money, girl. Don't let that money make you. It's when the money makes the woman. If we're having a disagreement or something and she tries to throw the money, they're acting like a man. There's a lot of men who do that. A lot of providers do that. You get what I'm saying? So me, if you're making more money than me, I'm still going to, hey, I still don't think this is right, yada, yada, yada. I am still a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be intimidated by your money. Maybe other men, I'm not disagreeing that other men are, but me personally, no. I'm not intimidated by that. But what I don't want is for you to think that, for you to start treating and talking to me a certain way whenever we have a disagreement because you're making more money than me. That's what I don't like. How you act towards me, your respect towards me. If your respect towards me is compromised by the amount of money that I make, for one, I'm an idiot for picking. I'm a dumbass for even picking you, for one. And for two, it just lets me know what type of person you are. That's what I am.
that man will get you pregnant just to prove to everybody that he slept with you. I done been around a bunch of guys that see a girl look good, big old butt, nice body, or whatever. She pretty. And get what he gonna say? I'm gonna put a baby in her. So he can prove to everybody he slept with her. That's
clown shit.
The daughter heals. You wonder why these women big and pregnant in the hospital having a baby by themselves. Their mama might be there, their cousin there, or their daddy might be there to witness everything. But guess what?
The dad not there.
Their baby daddy ain't gonna sign a birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to be there for it like that. So I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? They want to have a record of a bunch of fine baby mamas on their side. That's it.
I mean, it's almost as if we promote women being strong, and this goes for all races, quite frankly, when it comes to them struggling. That's what's promoted. I mean, Alicia Keys' song, Superwoman, in the video, it's literally documenting this exact rhetoric that I'm speaking on now. The concept that a woman is considered a superwoman when she has to struggle. The woman is a single mom just trying to make ends meet with her 2 babies.
And with another thing I want to say on the single mom shit, if you a single mom, or a baby mama, like she said, this is in no way to really come at you. Some of y'all deserve it though, because some of y'all act a certain way though. All y'all not innocent. All y'all not good people. Just like all baby daddies or whatever. All fuck that. All y'all not good people. All y'all deserve some shit that's happening to y'all. I'm not talking about kids struggling or the kids suffering or nothing, because these kids are innocent. These kids didn't ask to be here. I'm talking about some of y'all deserve, man, to look at you like, nah, I ain't trying to put up with that. The kid's probably not a problem, but how you act is a problem. That's what it is for some of y'all. There is probably, you know, for the men who, because I ain't gonna get too personal, y'all. I've said this already in videos before, but you know, that is in no way to shit on them. But there's some of y'all who deserve it.
For 3 babies. I don't remember the video fully, but it was a lot of kids she had in that video, and that's what made her a superwoman, when there's other qualifications that make women superwomen besides being a mother or besides struggling. But this is what's constantly pushed. However, we don't need to test if we're strong women or not by becoming baby mamas. I don't care how many ways you guys want to flip it and flop it. Being a baby mama is not ideal. Sorry, it's not. We need to start getting rings and getting to know our partners before we decide to...
Yes, breakups can still happen. Yes, divorces happen. Yes, before somebody says, breakup can still happen. You can still do that. Before somebody says that stupid, like, yes, obviously, that can still happen. Yes. What if they break up? What if we divorce? Yes. There's a what if to everything. Somebody's mother watching this has stolen from her son before. Somebody on here does not fuck with their mom. There's a possibility to everything in the world. Before somebody says that, yes, obviously you can break up. A ring does not mean 100% that your relationship is sacred. Yes, for somebody who's going to say that.
Procreate with them. Period, point blank. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. And the entire argument online of marriage is just a piece of paper pisses me off, okay? Because if marriage is just a piece of paper, what is money?
Yes, but... okay. I did this because you had me at first, but that piece of paper is what got you that Christmas tree right behind you. That piece of paper is what got you that microphone, got you that outfit, got you your crib. That's what that piece of paper did. And you could say marriage can get you all that. Nah, that's what that piece of paper did. So I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Tony. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
No, not okay. No, not okay. Because that piece of paper got everything that you got in that makeup you wearing. You bought that with that money. That's that piece of paper. You bought that makeup with that piece of paper. You bought that tree. You bought that shirt. You bought that mic. You got them blinds. You got that crib with that piece of paper. That's money. I'm not going to let you do that one. No.
You stop with that argument in order to justify our bad decisions.
I agree.
Every time somebody says it's better to wait until you're married before you have kids, people are always like, well, he can still leave you even if you're married. He can still leave you.
I just said that.
Duh,
stupid. I've been said that. Duh. It's a possibility to everything in the world, bro. Like I said, somebody watching this right now has a mother who stole money from him. There's a girl on here who does not like her mom. There's a girl on here who does not trust her own family. Duh. Yes, breakup can still happen. Stop trying to say that shit to belittle it, bro. And that's my problem. Those is the baby mamas and baby dads that I don't fuck with. The ones who try to belittle the marriage shit because you aren't married. You got a baby before you was pregnant. Those are the ones I don't like. The ones who try to belittle the marriage shit.
The same way you can still die in a car accident even if you have your seatbelt on. But it's probably still a good idea to put that seatbelt on when you get in the car, right?
Yes.
Marriage protects you and gives you benefits that being a baby mama does not.
I mean, it depends sometimes because
Okay?
y'all women be
So if
crazy.
you want to be a baby mama, that's your call. You're grown. You can do whatever you want. But stop trying to make women who want to wait until they're married before they have kids sound like they're crazy.
That's what it was. That's my point. Whenever you say that, I want to wait till I'm married, people look at you a certain way and all this other shit. That's where the comments come out. That's where we start saying shit like, wait, what? Don't say that to me just because you yada yada yada. You don't just hit somebody with that for no reason. Someone who, this person ain't disrespected me. This person ain't came at me foul. This person seems like a good person. Maybe they just had a situation that happened like this, happened like that. We don't come at those ones like that. We come at the ones like that try to belittle the next person for wanting to wait.
Thank you.
We all know that
Thank you.
being married does not mean that you're not going to be a single mother. We get that, okay? I know people say that argument all the time. Like, even if you're married, you still can be a single mom. And they say that because you can get divorced or in the marriage, the husband's not supportive. But that's why we need to start vetting our partners a little bit better. I know a lot of you say you don't really know a man until you get pregnant by him. I can see that to a certain extent, but I think there's little signs that women, us as women, yes, we choose.
And us as men ignore. I'm not sitting here saying that statement doesn't have a little bit of truth to it, but 100 out of 100 times that is not the case. Because that's everybody swear that's the case with them. Just be real. You ignore it. Just be real. You just be real. Sometimes it was your fault. Fuck, my camera keep dying. Just be real. It was your fault sometimes. Just be real. You didn't judge people how you needed to judge them. You didn't show proper judgment.
Signs that are considered red flags.
Yes.
That can save you from a lot of trouble. The issue is that a lot of women will accept a whole bunch of baggage and a whole bunch of red flags or yellow flags, whatever y'all want to call it, just to say they got a man. Once I see one red flag, baby, I am chucking the deuces. Now, I already basically went into this topic.
Nah, not one. Everybody has some type of red flag or a flaw. You guys consider red flags and flaws the same? If it's I don't know.
By now,
because nobody perfect. As long as it ain't nothing crazy detrimental.
As a black woman at the ripe age of 23, almost 24 in like 3 weeks. I unfortunately can say that I'm age of 23, almost 24 in like 3 weeks.
You my age? When did this video get uploaded? You my age? I'm a little older than you. I turned 24 in September.
I unfortunately can say that I have been to more baby showers than I've been to weddings. Thankfully, the first woman in my group, the younger cousins, is getting married. She'll be married on January 5th. Woo! So far, so good. The next generation is saving lives. In my family, at least. But I say that to say, my white peers, as y'all know, I've said it many times, I've went to a very Caucasian school. They are getting engaged.
Why I could tell that you did, and I hate that sounds bad, but why from the beginning of the video I could tell that you was around the white folk. I could tell, and it's cool. I could just tell you was around white. I could tell that she was around white people, bro. I could just tell, and that's no disrespect to the white folks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my white people, my white subscribers, my white supporters. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. But I could just tell. I could just tell.
They are going to weddings. They are in weddings like nobody's business. And we're all the same age. My birthday's a little late, but everybody's like 23, well, probably 24 and 25 now. And they're doing all of this. I'm seeing the engagement rings. I'm seeing the bachelorette parties. I'm seeing the bridal showers. I'm seeing the weddings, obviously. I'm seeing it all. And I am well aware that this is not just
I'm about to cut your video short just because my camera's literally about to die. Anyways, if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do. Get at me on the next videos. Like this video. Subscribe if you new. Almost at 900 subscribers. Smash that comment section. Let me know if you fuck with this. Let me know if you don't fuck. Just let me know something in the comment section. Rest in peace to Kari, my grandma, both our grandmas. And I'm gone.